record. Welcome everyone to Jumble Dreams podcast, Let's Talk Dreams. Have you ever wanted to make a difference but did not know where to begin? Have you ever wanted to volunteer but you are nervous? Well, this is the place for you. Let's Talk Dreams is all about sharing stories of those making a difference in our communities, nations, and world. This is a project started because Jumble Dreams wanted you to know that no matter who you are, you can make a change. Today, for episode 3 of season 2, we are excited to welcome Reese. Reese is the current Miss Hub City volunteer, and she will be competing in the Miss Tennessee volunteer pageant in July. She created the organization called DEAFying The Odds. It is centered around service and awareness for the deaf and hard of hearing community in our state. Alongside this, she advocates for all people with disabilities and executes any service opportunities in her community. So welcome, Reese.
Hi, thank you for having me.
I'm excited that you're here, and what an impressive resume and story. So tell me a little bit about how you got started volunteering.
Yeah, so I grew up here in Jackson, Tennessee. I actually was doing the ballet all through the youth ballet, and we did a lot of community things in there. I wouldn't say it was community service necessarily, but involvement.
Mhm.
And that kind of got my foot in the door, realizing I'm making a lot of people happy, and this is really fun. I love making people happy. So that became like a side part of why I enjoyed performing so much because of the people you got to meet and put a smile on their face. So
Mhm.
that was kind of, aside from community service, of course, for high school and all the other things, what got my foot in the door. And then I got reached out to by a director of the Miss Hub City Volunteer, Miss Rockabilly Volunteer pageant, which is here in Jackson. And she was like, "Hey girl, like you should come try out for this. Like, do the pageant, it'll be super fun." And I was like, I'm almost 20 years old. I don't know how to do that. I've been out of dance for 2 years. What are you talking about, crazy lady? So then I actually took a second and was like, what if this is a door opening for me that was intended to open?
Mhm.
So then I actually started preparing with 2 weeks, 2 weeks in advance.
Wow.
I was blessed to have won this current title I hold. It's my very first pageant. So now I have my platform and I have so much enjoyed all of the opportunities that I've gotten.
Okay. And tell us some more about the organization Defying the Odds and how you started that project.
So Defying the Odds actually started when I was, oh, I don't even know, 13, 12. It didn't actually start, but the love for the little girl started that it's all inspired by. She came into my first day of student teaching, a preschool class, and she had a walker. Her name is Violet. She has Dandy Walker syndrome, which is where the cerebellum in the brain is malformed. So she also has a cyst on her brain stem that
Mhm.
affects balance and a lot of things. So during the mom's pregnancy, the doctor said she will never walk, talk, or use her hands. But her mother was like, nope, there's something special about this one. I can feel it. And she did not match that whatsoever. She was literally, the doctors can look at her diagnosis, look at her and be like, we have the wrong person. Amazing. So she was about 3 years old when I started teaching her student teaching, and now she's full time in my class. No walker, no assistance. She can dance,
Wow.
flip. Just got her back walkover last week, which is a very big deal. So the love I have for her, she's 10 now. That relationship, it just inspired me to want to help other people defy those odds. She is a deaf student, so she goes to the school for the deaf. And just seeing the impact she has had on other people really inspires me to do a lot with as much as I have with the platform I have.
Yeah, absolutely. And what have you accomplished so far with all of this? Like what have you gotten or what have you gained? And then what do you think other people have gained from it?
I've actually been blessed to go to the state capitol here in Tennessee 2 times to talk on disability legislation. One of those was transportation, just on how it can really better the lives of those with disabilities and without, and
Mhm.
the low income and homeless community as well. So, really, just speaking for all people on that one. And education, I've been in the works of some little projects here in Madison County that I can't talk on yet, but I'm hoping they'll come to fruition.
Yeah.
And then also another state capital adventure I'm working on, hopefully happening in June. So,
Okay.
and then some small fundraisers here and there to better what I can and give money to the School for the Deaf.
Yeah, absolutely. I advocate for homelessness. That's like my big thing.
Yeah,
And I'm also in Nashville, so that's so funny. I live
yeah.
there all the time, but I really appreciate everyone who looks at all aspects of problems, and you've done a great job of that so far.
You.
So tell me more about your work with Miss Hub City Volunteer, how you got into this industry, how it has helped, and you've touched on it a little bit, but I want to know more of like your background story of like, I know it was like a quick turnaround, but what
Yes.
has it done for you and what is it going to do for you? And what do you think it, like for the little girls out there who want to be in pageants, like what would you say to them too?
So I think recruitment is a large part of volunteerism and in pageantry as well. That's one common ground because you've got to keep it going.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't keep going, then what's the impact? So I think I really want to focus if I am blessed to have the job, the title of Miss Tennessee Volunteer next year, recruitment, bringing those girls in and really teaching them what a life of service looks like. And that goes for all children here in Tennessee as well. But I was lucky enough to partner with United Way,
Mm-hmm.
and they partnered with the Tennessee Serves Initiative to help launch that West Tennessee Volunteer Hub. I was so lucky to announce that at the First Ladies Luncheon here in West Tennessee. I really believe that is going to do wonders because I've seen the impacts of the Middle Tennessee one and the East Tennessee one. That central communication section for volunteerism is just, it really helps ease the searching because the searching is really difficult.
Yes,
I have found that out.
it is. And like we are on that platform,
Yes, that's how I discovered y'all.
yeah. And it's
So,
like life changing for us too because people can just read our story and like we
yeah,
are reaching people that we might have not reached before because we don't not everyone has social media. I know
right.
like we live in a world of technology, but not everyone does. And so having this platform for like older people and for younger kids who need to get involved, because of like school or
Yeah,
whatever, like we are trying to be that easy way for them to have those connections. So yeah, it's been life-changing for us too. So I'm really glad that, Western Tennessee has it now and
yeah,
Eastern Tennessee has it now. They've officially launched that. So everybody has it now to hopefully connect people. And it is all about connections, like volunteer and service is. So what would you tell someone who wants to make a difference but doesn't know where to start? Like they're totally new to this field.
you can start anywhere because there's no hierarchy of volunteerism. There's no, you have to have this quality for this or this for this. It's all an even playing ground. So just start anywhere because it can lead you somewhere. And I know this for a fact. It can lead you somewhere you never thought you'd end up in the best way possible. I started with this and I was like, okay, what do I want to do first? I had no idea. Do I fundraise? Do I start awareness? So I kind of dipped my toe into a little bit of each. And then God took over and led the way for me.
We say the same thing. We're like, go like try a bunch of different things, like
Yeah,
see what you
start.
like, and then go from there. Because not everyone has the same dream, like I am very passionate about helping the homeless, but other people may be into animals or like you are,
Yeah,
all about defying the odds. So it's like it's
yeah.
different for everybody. And we try to tell people to dip their toes in the water. So that was perfect. I'm glad you said that. So who inspires you the most?
Well, of course, I have inspiration from Violet. And the
Mhm.
exciting thing is, she will actually be on stage with me at Miss Tennessee Volunteer as my Iris Princess.
Okay.
So I'm just so grateful to get to share that experience with her. And she gets to wear a gown and come up there and meet me. And we're going to do a little sign that I won't reveal yet, but we're
Okay.
going to do a little choreography there together. But
Okay.
she is truly inspiring and she doesn't even really know it. She really doesn't. And that's the crazy thing. She's a 10-year-old who has genuinely saved a lot of people that
Mhm.
she doesn't even know about. And she's left and right having people be like, come be in this, come join this. We want you to come do this, all these opportunities. And people are just drawn to her because they're drawn to good people. And
Mhm.
that's something that is really, you can't pinpoint down why, how, or what. But when you have good people that have good intentions, people are drawn and great opportunities open up.
Yeah. Have you learned sign language a little bit?
I've been in the process. It is so hard.
Yes.
So hard. I sat in the class at the Tennessee or the West Tennessee School for the Deaf here in Jackson. They let me sit through one of their classes, and they teach ASL, American Sign Language, which is completely different syntax and language from English. But they also, some kids learn English as their primary language, and a lot of them are bilingual, just like Violet, because they know both. Or if they have an implant, they would have to do both. But some people prefer to only sign because that's easier for them, or they just prefer that language. But the environment, the learning environment was amazing, and it
Okay.
happened so fast. And I was just sitting back like, I want to come back tomorrow.
So Violet does ASL, or is she
But
bilingual?
yes, and English, because she has
Okay.
FM hearing aids,
Okay.
which she has an attached microphone that can go like clip on your shirt or whatever else, which I was using this past weekend because I'm her dance teacher, and I was
Mhm.
calling her cues through recital dance because it's a lot going on. So it's just easier to be in her ear there. And I was kind of feeling bad because I was making her laugh while she was dancing. I'm just happy. So
So what is next for you in your career, life, activism, all of the above?
I kind of just try to do the next right thing that falls towards me because
Mhm.
I think it's great to sit out and premeditate your goals. But for me, I'm a very like, if this is presented, this is what I handle or this is what I do. So I wait to really hear and embrace what comes in front of me because I believe everything does for a reason. But I do think I'm going in the direction of continuing my advocacy for transportation and education and specifically Madison County, because that's where I live. So we're going to start there
Mhm.
and kind of move out if things are successful.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're gonna be competing in Miss Volunteer Tennessee, Miss
Yeah.
Tennessee Volunteer,
Yeah.
so soon. And then so that's exciting too. And then how can listeners stay in contact with you if they want to work with you or just hear more
Yeah.
about your story?
Well, I have an Instagram at Miss Hub City Volunteer. From there, you can click on my link tree, which has got all kinds of fun things. It has my awareness campaign slideshow that has all the details about defying the odds and the scientific portion of that. I have an email address that you can reach me at. I have my Facebook page, which you can look up Defying the Odds or Reese Davis and contact me on that as well.
Perfect. So thank you for coming on today.
Yes.
And sharing your dreams and passions for making a difference. You're an inspiration to many, and I'm so glad that you're a part of the Jumble Dreams family now. For anyone who wants to be on our podcast, please visit our social media or website to find the link to sign up and make sure to follow our social media for further episodes. So thank you, Reese.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.